Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. How is everyone doing today? Hi, Laura. Happy June. Hi, Nancy. Another Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Ann. Hope you're having a good time. Hi, Connie. So this last weekend, we were at the Castle Rock show. So everyone who was able to come and stop by our booth, we appreciate ya. We all had a good time. I got in trouble for buying stuff from the Glitterbug Fairy. Aloha, Linda. Hi, Birdie. Hi, Vonnie. So we are coming to you live from Littleton today. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Deb. All right, so for some announcements, we have DDE is going to be live. Cindy, did you say you're doing live tomorrow?
No.
No, you're not.
Well, I did say that, but no, I'm not.
Okay. It is not Cindy doing live tomorrow. And tomorrow's live is going to be the DDE. And I try and stay as far away from trouble as I can possibly get. Hi, Ernie. And then on the 4th, we have Bernina Club, which Matt and I are going to be teaching this month. So we're very excited about that. And then on the 6th, we have the Rick Rack Applaud Serger class that will be virtual. Gisela, I'm here on Mondays, and that's it. And then on the 11th, we have Viking Club. And then we also have on the 19th, we have a virtual event that we are hosting with Dime. A little bit, Rosie. A little bit. So the virtual event that is with Dime and OESD is the Be and In the Hoop Designer with Dime and Embroidery Garden. So that is going to be a virtual event on the 19th. We do have it on the calendar for the events calendar. It will be, again, a virtual event. It is a free event, and there are going to be a lot of information on how to have successful In the Hoop embroidery projects completed. They're going to go over a wide variety of information, and then of course with any event there has to be a sale, so there will be a sale associated with that event. And it is an event that will be available to be rewatched for 48 hours only. So it is going to not be Zoom. It's going to be slightly different because this is not strictly an above and beyond event. We are just hosting the event, and the presenters will be educators from Dime and Renee Wilcoxon. And so it's going to be done a little bit differently. So you're going to get a link that will be sent to you. And you'll use that link in order to in order to join the live streaming. So if you visit our website, you'll visit the events calendar and you'll go to June 19th, and there will be a link to click on, and that link is how you register. So it's actually not even just by signing up through us. You do have to go through Reen Wilcoxon, thank you. You will have to go through that link. So then for the Thornton store, some of the things that we have coming up is the 6th and 7th. We are going to be having the basic sewing. On the 7th, we're also having a Viking open house. It is going to be where we have some treats and yes, I would say it's time for some spring cleaning, Linda. Okay, sorry about that. So the 7th is going to be a Viking open house in our Thornton location. We're going to have some snacks and some amazing prices on the Viking machines. And then on the 11th, we have a class that is called the Moon Glow Cactus Quilt. And that is going to be a class that Pam is teaching. It is beautiful. When we do live tomorrow, since the sample is in the Thornton store, when we do live tomorrow, we'll make sure to show everybody. And then next week for Littleton, we have the Easy Striped Table Runner class, and that will be on the 12th. And then on the 14th, we have the basic sewing. So that is what I have for announcements. Are you all ready for a joke? Cindy, what do you call a guy with a rubber toe?
Roberto.
Oh, you already knew it. Roberto. Rubber toe. What do you call a man with no shins? Tony.
Okay.
Oh, Karen, I can't say that one. I told it to Cindy. What do you call it? Deaf gynecologist? Mm. Karen, Patrick gave us the no-go on that one, so I'm gonna behave. What animal has the largest chest? Any guesses? Any guesses? Hi, Jean. Hi, Melissa. What animal has the largest chest? A zebra.
I like that one.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so today's project is a quick and easy project. We are going to be doing the Kreative Kiwi bee coasters in the hoop. And we do have, hi Vicky, I miss you. We do have kits available. It will make 2 coasters, and it is $4.99. When I pull it on the calendar, it Lori for March. Mo, do you know what the pattern was for March pre-cut party?
Give me a second.
Mo's looking into it for us, Lori. Okay, so I'm gonna flip you guys around and we'll get started with the project. All right, so I have 2 layers of dissolve away mesh. I've already done the process of tacking down the batting and the fabric. The next step is going to do the decorative to make it look like honey, like the dark honey. So I am going to switch it to this really like pretty burnt orange. Burnt honey orange is what I'm going to call it for today. And then it's going to do the stitching for that segment. So on our screen, it's going to do the stitch out for the dark honey, and then it will do a stitch out for the light honey, and then it will do the honeycomb. So I have this on a light fabric, kind of taupey. And you can do a couple of different things with this project. You can use Mylar in the wings for the bee. I did some glittery organza, which is going to also be in your kit. And again, the kit will make 2 coasters. So you'll have 4 pieces of fabric, a decent size of the organza, and then 2 pieces of batting. And that's $4.99. And again, it's a free Kreative Kiwi design, and if you go to our website and visit the events calendar, you will be able to be taken straight to the design by clicking on today's date. And here in a moment, we can go over the announcements again. I really think that these bees are so cute. All right, so you can see on here that I did not trim the fabric when it attached the front fabric to the stabilizer. The reason for that is because there is no applique in this design. This is strictly stitching, so therefore to kind of give a little bit more stability to the threads within the shape, we are leaving the excess until one of the final steps. All right, then we're going to change our thread to a yellow. And so I have two different shades of yellow. One is a really bright yellow and one is a warmer yellow. I'm going to use my warmer yellow to stitch this part out and the honeycomb, and then for the bee I'm going to use that lighter yellow. Give our bees a little contrast. Anybody have a fun time this weekend? March. All right, and I'm still going to use that warm yellow to do my honeycomb, so we're just going to advance to the next step. Ooh, that sounds like fun, Patty. Good job, Anne. But it was nice to get out and about. And we're glad you did, Rosie. Austria, that's so cool, Lori. Hi, Linda. Oh wow, Karen, that's a lot. That's a lot of laundry. All right, so now I'm going to change to my bright yellow. And we're going to stitch the yellow part of our bees. Oh wow, Kathy. Getting closer to Ohio, Sherry. Charm Star. Okay, so March's pre-cut party, Lori, was Charm Star by Riley Blake. And we have the unfinished project here. And we are going to use this as today's manager special for $20. $20 for this quilt top. Very pretty. Very, very, very pretty. All right, so we got 2 out of our 3 bees. Karen Martin is the winner. All right, next we're going to change our thread to black, and it's going to do the rest of our bee body. And you guys have to watch because its little stinger is so cute. Hi, Cindy. You're welcome, Lori. So this actually comes in a variety of sizes, so you can do this as like a patch. So you get teeny tiny sizes, and you can do this, I believe, in a 10 by 10 hoop as well. So this can be like a table topper, coasters, a candle mat. The size that we are doing today is the 5 by 7 option. I think the bees are adorable. Hi Jan, we are making the bee coasters from Kreative Kiwi. It is a free design, and there is a kit. The kit will make 2 coasters and is $4.99. And look at their little stingers. They're so cute. All right, so next we are going to change our thread to silver, and it is going to do, well, not silver, I would say more of like a medium to light gray. And it doesn't give us a placement line because the design isn't calling for the organza, so it's just going to do stitching. So what I'm going to do is just place this covering my bees, and it is going to do the fill stitch for the wings first and then do an outline stitch. Hi Christine. You got it, Marie. So again, this is a 5x7 hoop with 2 layers of dissolve away mesh. It is a piece of organza, Nancy, and those kits will have that in there. All right. So now I'm going to remove my hoop. And I'm going to trim away the excess of my organza here.
Is that okay? You bet. I'll transfer it now, okay? Bye-bye.
Now, I like to take whatever I'm trimming away and kind of pull it up because it can make it a little easier to get really close to that stitch line. All right, so now while we have this off of the machine, we're going to flip it to the wrong side or the back side of our hoop. And we're going to take our back piece and cover the area and tape our corners. Then we are going to return the hoop to the machine. And we don't necessarily need to change our top thread because this is just going to attach those two pieces of fabric together. But after we get done attaching these two, then we will trim the excess and stitch the satin stitch. All right, then we are going to trim the excess. On both the front and the back. All right, so before we reattach our hoop, we are going to change our thread top and bottom so that they match. And we're going to bypass the next step that is on the machine. The next step is to do that zigzag stitch over the corners to prevent the fraying, but our edges are going to be caught within the satin stitch. So I am going to advance to our 12th step and press play. Hi, Mary. All right, so as this is doing the satin stitch, I am going to go over the announcements one more time. And Anne, you got it. So for online and virtual updates for things that are coming up, we have DDE that will be live tomorrow. And on the 4th, we have Bernina Club. On the 6th, we have the Rick Rack Applaud Serger class. And on the 11th, we have Viking Club. And then on the 19th, we are hosting an event with Dime and Embroidery Garden. So this is a virtual event. It is not going to be like the virtual events that you've attended that are through Above and Beyond. We are just hosting this event, and you will get some educators from Dime and Reen Wilcoxon from Embroidery Garden. So that is a free event. you do have to go to our website and click on the necessary link to get registered. So if you visit our events calendar, click on the virtual event on the 19th. It is called Be an In the Hoop Designer with Dime and Embroidery Garden. So you're going to get a lot of helpful tips and tricks in order to complete in the hoop projects. And that class will be able to be rewatched for up to 48 hours after the live streaming ends. And of course, with any type of event, there is a sale. So of course, there will be sales going on for the items that they're going to be touching base on for that event. As far as local updates, we have basic sewing on the 6th and 7th for our Thornton location. On the 7th, we also have a Viking open house where we're going to have some good prices on a variety of machines from Viking, as well as some snacks. And then on the 11th, we have a class that is called the Moon Glow Cactus Quilt. Earlier I explained that we will be showing everybody what that is during live tomorrow, since I'm in Littleton and the sample is in our Thornton store. Is that thunder? No? Oh man. Well, update, it's not thunder, everyone. Then in Littleton next week, we have the Easy Striped Table Runner class, and that is going to be on the 12th. And then on the 14th, we have basic sewing. Thanks, Susan. And off the top of my head, I don't know if I have any more lives scheduled before the end of the week, but Matt and I are leaving next week to take the kids to Disney World, and I am so excited. So excited. It's crazy. Cindy, have you done World? No? It's a jet. It's now going over my house in Aurora. Yes, we are so excited. Carrie, Cindy, and I were just talking about comfy shoes. Alright, so now it is going to do that famous decorative stitch on top of our satin. Amy, that's a wonderful idea. Well, over here, over 3070 sports grill, the sky is very gray. All right, so now it is coming to that point where it will be complete. And then what we will do is we will take it out of the hoop, trim about 1/8 of an inch away from our finished project. And then we will eliminate the rest of the stabilizer. And then you have 2 coasters. All right, everybody. So thanks for joining us, and I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and we'll see you live in the Thornton store for tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.